Do. I need some theme music. If anybody can hook me up with theme music, that'd be cool. Check it out today, guys. I got a couple things to talk about. It's gonna be very ranty, and we'll see if I can get some value out of it. So, I just want to start today off with this really cool Pokemon trading box. It was one of the original kind of GX packs that ever showed up. So this box right here is the first ever Pokemon kind of bundle pack. This is the starters box. It was really cool. And it had a few things in here, right? What it says here is it comes with a holographic card, two 30 card decks, and 10 counters, rule set, and an advanced rule set. And it has a jungle booster in it. And the important part about these boxes is that they had the first edition Machamps in them, and that was kind of one of the key cards. And the reason that's important is like there's just such a population of them, and everybody sort of bought into those boxes. And I think that's a really good way for me to start this video, is I just wanted to talk on kind of what Pokemon means to me and why I'm getting so involved in it. And I keep putting out more content, and I keep on doing more with it, just because it's so cool. So if any of you remember kind of the first time you ever picked up a Game Boy, that was a really key experience in my life personally. Like that kind of like trumps a lot of other stuff. And you realize that there's like this whole other world of like it just opened up the world. And early internet, what like pre-internet, kind of 1998, before the internet was big, or many people even had it, or many people even had computers. Here we were just trading and battling these little monsters, and it was just a cool feeling. And I just have such a nostalgic like haul of it. Nice, like my nostalgia limit is like at its peak when I think about gaming out with my brother and using an old Game Boy and playing Pokemon Blue and just setting up for a brand new game. Me and my brother would trade all the Pokemon, so we both would have all three. That was just the thing. Like our first set, we got a link cable, and then we always had all three of the starters, and we tried to level them up the same. So much fun. And now to see like how far it's come, I kind of took a hiatus from it. You go through school, and I always played the games. I very much enjoyed all the games, right up to probably Ruby Sapphire, and then I started playing again in Pokemon Sun and Moon. And I put a lot of hours into Emerald, a lot, probably more than should be known. But it was really nice to see how Pokemon just persisted. They've done such a wonderful job of making new content all the time, and that even inspires me to make more stuff, because I'm like, if this company, like, I know they got lots of employees and stuff, but they've stayed on it. And you see a lot of other companies, they fade and they ebb and flow up and down, but Pokemon, they've got a show out, they've got new cards out, they're pushing, and they got Pokemon Go now, and all the community days on Pokemon Go are really good. All these sorts of things, very cool stuff. And I just like, and even it's funny, like randomly the top few cards, we got a Gardevoir GX, a Caesar, Mega Caesar EX card. Now this was a card, like if I was playing Silver, original Silver, and I saw this card, I would have to own it. It was 100%. This Caesar is so cool to me, and I recently got a chance to pick it up in a trade, and it means a lot to me. But I sell a lot of these. I just think it's such a wicked card. And like Ho-Oh, come on, if you played Gold like my brother did, you had to have that as your starter. Then you come into some of the original 151. I just remember thinking like playing Chansey and playing Soft Boiled, such a cool mechanic. And then like seeing these on the playground, and you're like, oh, Chansey's like got all these hit points and damage, and it's so big, and it's cool. Like, cause like original set, I'll give you some perspective. Mewtwo 60 health points, Chansey 120 health points. It was a big deal. Chansey always had a lot of stuff and cool stuff, like the movies coming out all the time. And here's my Pokemon. It's a Blastoise. I was always playing Blastoise, always getting those hydro pumps and just wrecking Cinnabar Island, just destroying. And it's a lot of fun to kind of revisit why Pokemon's such a big deal to me, and I think why it might be a bigger deal to a lot of people watching than they even realize, because I've been in the game of making in the game of like buying and selling Pokemon cards and Pokemon related products for a while now. It's been about 3 years, and one thing I've noticed is that it really does mean a lot to a lot of people, like more than a lot of other series. There's some way to like have that deeper level connection. Like you have your favorites, that's really cool, and then they have like cards, like so there's like now there's chase cards, you've got the Eevee evolutions, you got the GXs, they make the legendaries, like they have like their own little campaign to make the legendaries extra cool. And even you see it with Sword and Shield now, they're making the new all the Pokemon the next step, the next level. There's like a marketing campaign just to make them cool. And if you're at the age group where I was when I first got a Game Boy and I first plugged in Pokemon Blue and I finally got to Mewtwo and the legendary birds, and I finally sat through 50 resets, and I finally used that Ultra Ball to catch that Moltres or Articuno or Zapdos. It means it solidifies that meaning, I think, and they're gonna keep it up, and that's why I've really backed the brand as I've gotten older, and I see it's a really good thing for young people. There's a lot of different types of experiences with Pokemon people have. Definitely, Pokemon is good for learning about like value. Different Pokemon have different value for different reasons. People have favorites, or they want them because they look cool or cute or whatever, and then others have strategic value. Some are good flyers, and some you need to do the HMs and TMs or whichever. Some on the show, like each Pokemon kind of has its own role to play in the area that you find them, or in the card game. Like some Pokemon are way more popular with card game players than they are with video game players, and some with Pokemon Go now, there's like this whole other avenue of Pokemon. And if you just watch the show, maybe you know that like certain Pokemon that Ash has, or certain Pokemon that are in a movie are cool because they did this thing and it was awesome, and you always remember. Like I just remember like Lugia in the movies, and in the Pokemon the first movie, how like I don't know, as a kid it was crazy. And then you got all this, like this is what I gotta come back to, this like wonderful art design, and I gotta give it up to the people designing Pokemon, because look at how different Pikachu looks. Definitely come through a lot. The mouse Pokemon, and now he's got his own movie and all that sort of stuff, and they keep evolving to really what I think people want to see. And this EX is cool, and it was cool for a while, and it might be cool again, but now you've gone up to tag team, and I think they're only going to get better from there. I saw some stuff from Unified Minds that I really need to get. So thanks everybody for kind of listening to me rant about part of the reason I like Pokemon, and I hope you have a really good day. Yeah, it's been a huge passion of mine, and I hope I can share it with you. Have a good day.